Hi, Shalom. The one is the apostles of GMS on the Shoe Brothers that be pushing this truth and sincerity for the four corners of the earth. I was going through this article at the beginning of the week, and it talks about. I'm gonna read some of it. Pretty much talking about fluoridation, and you brothers ought to know that already. So I'm not gonna get into that. But that's talking, talking with regards to poisoning in the water, pretty much. All right, which that fluoridation that was all set up to make the people docile. All right, because when you get that fluoride in your system, as you're gonna see, as part of the symptoms of fluoridation, you get all weak. You get weak, man. Or you get mentally weak. You get physically weak. All right, I'm not gonna get into all of the sciences behind, what's this, that, and that. Some of that I don't really know, but essentially, man, it calcifies the pineal gland, which is important in terms of keeping, spiritual upkeep. All right, you got a physical upkeep, spiritual upkeep. All right, but like a computer can contact another computer wirelessly. There's a Wi-Fi card within the computer for it to contact the other computer, and that Wi-Fi card has to be taken care of. Likening that unto the pineal gland, you know, that's gonna be taken care of. All right. And there's ways of decalcifying that, which the elders did beautiful videos on that. If you haven't seen those by now, you gotta check those out. All right, but essentially, this article, the articles I'm gonna show you right here, they're gonna show you that this man is truly the devil, man. He's truly the devil that the scriptures speak about, because he will go up on the TV and he will deceive the masses of the people into believing that he's actually doing something of benefit. All right. But as the brothers know, and the brothers have been going heavy into, man, this man speaks with double speech. All right. The brother out there, he says this man speaks with he speaks with forked tongue, man. All right. So every time he says he's going there for peace, really he's going out there for battle. And when he says he's going out there to get terrorists, usually he's going out there to get innocent people so he can amass the natural resources of whatever country that's out there. That's why they done killed a million, Iraqis up there under the guise of looking for weapons of mass destructions, of which there was never no weapons of mass destruction in the damn first place. And if there was, guess where they would have got them from? They would have got them from the Americans, right? So that's the nature of the devil, man. That's the nature of the threat. Like Rice Cash made that song, man. The nature of the threat. And that's his true nature, man. To deceive the people, right, and to cause harm. All right. That's what the scripture here says, man. You pull it up. It's as good as a time of as any to get it. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So you got people mourning over all kind of diseases and ailments, and seeing people, seeing people cancer and all of that running rampant, all of that, man. The figures for cancer have shot up and all of that, right? All because this man is the devil, right? And he's gonna do some devilish ways. But see, you got dudes out here within the circle of being Israelites, knowing the wisdom, know that they know that they're Israelites and so on and so forth, and they really truly believe that this man, all right, is not the devil. Or alternatively, they spend more time about us, focusing on us, but they don't pay attention to the things that are most important. And if they did, this truth really would be an easy thing to them. It would be really easy to understand certain things, man. Right? The Cornelius issue, the rape issue, right? All of those things come by way of understanding, really focusing in on heavy or on your enemy. All right, when you go into the intricacies of the scriptures, man, it comes ever much more easy. All right, so I'm gonna read the excerpt from this article. It says 12 natural toothpaste alternatives. Now, when you really what I'm focusing on, it's not necessarily the alternative to toothpaste, because which I'll touch on in a second. It's not necessarily that, but what I'm really focusing on is the poisoning that you got out there. And I'm gonna give you the solutions, because we ain't no half-ass, dudes out here within GMS, man. We're gonna give you the problem. All right, we're gonna give you the reason for the problem, hence the scriptures, and then by way of the scriptures, we're gonna give you the solution to the problem. Right? In more cases than others, the solution of the problem is to get this kingdom destroyed, and you're gonna find out solutions are gonna do here. They ain't gonna be of any use to you if the Most High is not working with you, or if the Spirit's not with it for you to be healed. All right, but ultimately, there's only so much good you can do to yourself, because This man has done so much damage. You really can't do anything. So you won't. I'm gonna show you the ways of getting rid of those. Really pretty much detox. All right, as best as I can, because there's certain brothers out there that are, are experts at this. All right, wish you good brothers gonna check out those videos, man. You could type in GMS detox or something like that, or GMS or food or something like that. I'm sure videos will pop up. You find them. You could give a diligent search, but you'll find them, man. All right. But the point I was gonna make is, I can give you the solutions, or I could do my best to give you the solutions, but you're gonna find out, man. There's only so much that the body is gonna be able to achieve, because this man is completely, right, perfected death. All right. He's completely perfected death, man. All right. When you walk in a room, let's say who's in a room, man. It says death is here. Man. That's the so-called one. So, read the excerpt real quick of here. It says fluoride was while fluoride is supposedly the ingredient that prevents cavities, it doesn't do that job very well, and can actually be very toxic to the body. So they go off the premise that a lot of people, quote unquote, had cavities and so on and so forth prior to water fluoridation. You find out in the European countries, man, they ain't fluoridating the water, all of that. All right, the mass amount of fluoridation that they do is out there in the US, right? Why? Because you got Judah over there, man. You got the head tribe over there. If the head tribe rise up, man, guess what, man? People going, man, Jake all over the world. Look what the elders did, man. Look what the elders did. They rose up, and you got Judah rising up within Americas, man. You got brothers pushing out videos from all four corners of the earth, man. So they tried to keep Jake docile and all of that, but guess what, man? The scripture says they shall eat poison and live, right? You're gonna eat poison and live. So most of that set it up. See, the attacks that Esau pushes out there, man. It wasn't gonna touch us too tough, man. All right, it says it doesn't do it says it doesn't do that job very well, and can actually be very toxic to the body. We're gonna see how toxic it is in a second. It says, in fact, if you suffer from acne outbreaks and in the mouth chewing area, fluoride toothpaste may be the cause. Right? If you haven't already, checked case against fighting chlorine. It also says here it's got titanium dioxide in there, got artificial sweeteners in there, which is that's poison as well. Right? I'm gonna touch on the alternatives. All right. You can use sea salt, man. If you can't use straight up salt and put it straight on your teeth, because that's very abrasive. You can wear your teeth down. What we can do, man, is you can add, a pinch of salt and some water, right? And stick it, stir it around with your toothbrush and wash that with a saline solution, not sea salt in water, but a saline solution, meaning to say that the salt is dissolved within the water, and that's very important, because if you don't dissolve it, it's going to be like sandpaper to your teeth, man. You're gonna wire what's the word I'm looking for? You're gonna wear down your teeth, right? You're gonna wear them down. In addition to that, they say baking soda, but I think there's a case against the baking soda and all of that, because it's not very, it's not very good. You can straight up brush with pure water, man. All right, if you want some minty freshness, buy some straight up mint, because that's gonna help you with the detox any goddamn way. All right. You can buy some fresh straight up mint, man, and chew that shit after you brush with some pure water. All right. And that water anyways, depending on what state you're in, it's got that fluoride in there anyways. It's got all kind of toxins and heavy metals, all that, right? And it goes into different things. But me personally, man, I kind of go, I kind of side with the sea salt and dip it in water and all that. Only a little bit, stir it up. All right, you can wash out. And if you want that burning sensation that you get from mouthwash, guess what, man? You can just use, a little bit of white rum, all right, and wash out, man. And you go out as fresh as I don't know, man, as fresh as can be, man. All right, as fresh as can be, right? Breath ain't gonna be smelling or nothing like that. But most important, you ain't gonna have those demonic poisons out there, because when you go into the history of all of them demons out there, you had witches and all of that, really, right? They were using all kind of stuff like this, man. These heavy metals and all of that, man, right? Making the smoke, and all of that burning up, and you shine, all kind of different colors, man. That's what they use their sciences for, really. And we go into the understanding of alchemy, all right, which is a pagan religion. Alchemy, right, is where you get the word chemistry from. All right, and they pretty much had it to where chemistry, right, and pretty much all the major sciences came from alchemy, which was their religion, which is witchcraft, man. All right, that's where you get a lot of this stuff from, man. Right, because you're gonna find out that your top elites, man, your top elite banking families, they're all witches, man, they're warlocks. All right, they're all witches and warlocks, and they're devils, man. They contact spiritual demons, man. All right, they contact, as we pray to the Most High, their spiritual counterpart is Satan, so they literally pray to Satan. All right. Let me touch on some of the symptoms. This bit I'm just gonna blitz through, touch on a little bit of scriptures, and I'm gonna be out there because pretty much the point has been made. So it says, fluoride poisoning, right, can be manifested in seemingly it can be manifested in seemingly harmless symptoms such as white spots in the teeth, right, dental fluorosis, right. Some some videos on YouTube on that. It says chronic problems such as arthritis in the joints. So man, all of that fluoride, you got walking around, you got weak joints and all of that, man. Guess what? It's from that fluoride you got in the water, you got in the toothpaste, and it's just, or more serious problems including respiratory diseases, right, or cancer, or complex problems, whether acute or chronic. Right, we'll touch on those scriptures in a second. Right, I'm not going to touch on that just yet. I think it was one more I wanted to get on. But pretty much you can see that, man. Alright, you can see that. Right? And I'm gonna read this a little bit and touch on some of those some more symptoms you get from heavy metals, because it's not just fluoride that you're gonna find in your water. You'll find mercury in there, you're gonna find all kind of poisons, all kind of heavy metals. So it says heavy metal detox. Alright. Heavy metals and chemical toxicities can create a critical and usually undiagnosed health problems, as I found out to my cost. Alright, so this person probably got some disease and all of that. They found out. So we'll skip that. Alright, just chemical and heavy metal toxicity. Right now, where they gonna find that from? Where they gonna get all of those heavy metals from? They're gonna get it from the stuff that they use to so-called fertilize plants and all of that, right? Like I said, and all of that by way of I think it's called, I forgot the geographical term that they use for the water. You get surface runoff, right, and the water gets into the soil, right? Or no, sorry, surface runoff takes off the sand off the top surface. I think it's infiltration or something like that. This is a technical term for it, where the water goes in there and it picks up the chemicals that go in the plants and it takes it out to sea and you end up drinking it. Right? So it says lethargy and tiredness, and a lot of brothers out there suffer from that, man. Right? You feeling a little tired and that, you feeling all kind of weak and that, because the food you're eating is all kind of shit, man. It's shit, man. It's whack. Alright, but you're gonna see there's some alternatives to that, right? It says weakness, muscle pain, right? So you try now, you realize you're not really pushing as hard as you can, so you get some kind of gym routine going on. Now you find out you're all weak and you got muscle pains and all of that, man. You got extreme fatigue, right, and heavy limbs, man. Right, you got spaced out and brain fog, so you'll be at the job and all of that, trying to figure out a problem with that. Right, and the shit's just not coming to you, man. It says memory problems, word finding difficulties, concentration issues, and Jake, man, they can't concentrate for shit. But look at the food Jake eats, man. They don't eat no healthy food. Really, in this kingdom, man, and the measure I employ is, man, I can have about, man, 6, 7, 8 fruits a day, man. Alright? That's the kind of fruit, because really you can eat all of that, man, but really I might be only getting the benefit of 1 or 2 of those, because that's how weak the food is out here, man. If that, man. That's how weak the food is out here, man. Alright, they say make a medicine your food and food your medicine, man. Alright. It says word finding difficulties and concentration issues, memory issues, right? Heavy limbs, joint pains, the Jacob kind of joint pains and all of that, man. Alright, it says chronic allergies. When you get that hay fever and all of that, man, which is gonna be hitting, do it soon and all of that. Which I suffer from that. Lord's willing to be delivered in this one, because I don't want to touch them tablets, man. The tablets gonna poison you even more, man. right? It says food cravings, right? So once you eat that poison food, you want to eat some more, man. All right. It says to damage you even more. It says adrenal fatigue, right? Night sweating, right? Chemical sensitivities and irritable bowel symptoms, bloating, and so on and so forth. Those problems. I bet everyone, everyone of you's gonna have suffered one of those problems. All right. Let me see what I got up next. So now you got this is gonna be way of the solution, quote unquote, of removing these heavy metals and all of that. So it says there are many heavy metals that people are exposed to regularly without realizing. Right, mercury, cadmium, and aluminium. All right, all poisons. All right, which can do a lot of damage to you. Right, it says among others. Right, and are able to be embedded and are able to embed themselves into our central nervous systems and our bones by bioaccumulations for years until we start to suffer acute health problems from heavy metal poisons. So you understand anything about science, all right? Well, a lot of these heavy metals do, and notice the selective how notice what metals they actually you got metals that are not as reactive as others, but you got other metals that are very reactive. So mercury, cadmium, aluminium. Those are very reactive metals in the sense that they when you put them next to other metals, they attach on. They go and metals, right, and going into how electricity works and all of that. Right, they got what as free electrons that are able to move, and that's how you have the combining, right, of metallic compounds, right. So when it goes into your body, of which your bones has calcium in there, right, which calcium is a metal, man. That mercury, that cadmium, and aluminium is going to attach to it because those are very reactive. So they're going to stay in there, man. And like it says here, bioaccumulate for years until we start to suffer the acute problems of them. So you be going about your daily business thinking you're all right, and then suddenly, you got all kind of problems, man. This is fortunately there are fortunately there is a simple 1-2 combination that helps to uh, clear chelate, I think it says it, heavy metals so that they are no longer circulating in the body. It says cilantro and what's this word here? Chlorella, right? Now cilantro, all right. I'm gonna put it up here, right? Cilantro. It's typo. All right, we call that coriander in England. All right, it's a very powerful herb right there, man. All right, it's a very powerful herb right there. And what you could do is, as an elder soldier, you can make all kind of juices with that. But what I find is very easy, very effective, very easy to make and very effective is you can get a bunch of that. All right, you can put as much as you want or as little as you want because it's quite heavy and it will turn your feces green, man. That's how powerful it is. Not really turning it green. It'll turn it dark black, man, right? Because it will take out all of those heavy metals, right? So powerful, it'll take all of those heavy metals, man. And when they accumulate, man, your feces is gonna come out all kind of black, right? Because it's all cleared out. So when you go real heavy, like a good handful, maybe like 4 or 5 bananas and a pineapple, that's easy, man. Everybody's got a blender. That's easy. Right? I'm not gonna go into the intricacies of how to detox and all that because I'm not an expert at it. But that one's easy, man. A good bit of cilantro or coriander, depending on what word you want to use, man. Right? Like 3 or 4 bananas, right? And a whole pineapple diced up. Put it in a blender, right? Make sure the shit is smooth, right? And you can store it up in an old wine bottle, a glass wine bottle, and put it in the fridge. So you take it out, it's nice and cold, man. All right? You can just drink that on a summer day, and the shit tastes better. It's good, man. When I say this shit tastes bad, I mean bad isn't good, man. It's a bad boy drink, but it's nice, man. All right, it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable drink, but guess what? You're doing that good work to your body when you're taking those heavy metals out. All right. Now, I believe you can get this herb, chlorella. All right, you can get this in your health food stores. Right, but this coriander, man, you can pick that up. You can pick it up from every shop, man. All right, but they got some weak what do you call it, variety of this, and it's a strong variety. This is actually I believe this looks like a weaker variety. The stronger variety, man, it's got some rugged, it looks like a weed, man. Right? It's got some rugged, real rugged leaves, man. And the leaves are nice, big and broad, man. And when you hit that, man, you drink it. All right. Like I said, it all depends on how much coriander you put in there to taste. But really, you ain't really going for taste, man. All right. So really, if you put a whole bunch of coriander like this, all right, like this much, all right, you want to get like 6 to 8 bananas and maybe two and a half pineapples, all right, and that's gonna be good for you for a week, maybe a week and a half, right? But maybe maybe a week. So 68 bananas and one and a half pineapples. That'll be good, man. And that shit is good, man. All right, and that'll clean you right out. But you wanna go with this quantity when you start getting into it, and you watch the magic, man. All right, you watch the magic happen, because like I was saying, with these heavy metals, when they go into your body, all right, they latch on to the calcium, to the free elements, the free electrons, and all of that within. I ain't no chemist, and they'll attach onto the free electrons within calcium and all of that. What other reactive elements within the body, attach onto that. But when the coriander goes in there, it's the metallic substances that are in there will attach on and latch on to those heavy metals, and as it goes out, because the body sees it as waste material, it takes it out. All right, so because it's a natural thing, the body is used to taking, whatever stuff is in the coriander, the body is naturally going to take it in and waste it out. Whereas these products you have within your wall and all of that, that's not natural. So it latches on, but the coriander will go in there like a magnet and take it. That's the best way to put it to a quote unquote non science. It's just a magnet for bad stuff in your body, and it'll take it out, right? I didn't say I didn't want to long it out, but it ended up kind of being long. But with that, hopefully you brothers were edified in that. With that, we'll say double honesty, opposed to GMS. I wish you brothers to be pushing this truth and sincerity. Shalom.